The art's principle of harmony often begins with just a few key lines drawn. These lines represent the lines that were in the strange lore quest story, and it becomes the basis for drawing in an idea of where the color should be. So harmony is often combined between balance, emphasis, proportion, but especially it's good to know how balance and emphasis work together, as well as the innate sense of unity. See, these lines are all kind of the same type of pressure. There's a few dark spots for emphasis. I'm drawing in some lighter areas to bring it out. Ooh, that one really was alive. Sometimes that happens, things just like out of your hands, and the feeling is to activate these lines that were drawn in the sand in the story. I'm curious about that little one. It's almost like it's words, but it's actually feeling like a map. But the idea is to just take the drawing that you drew, where I can, see, I'm just kind of looking it over, and where I feel it most is to then draw it. And I'm getting a sense of like what happens next in terms of what's needed next. It starts to become a feeling of being drawn through, and I just kind of become an observer as I look through my eyes and intend on showing harmony at this moment. Just abstract. Kind of imagining that this might be a map and pondering what that would be about. Adding deeper accents. There's this felt sense of rightness. It's so hard to describe what that is exactly. But I would have to say I am letting my mind calm and then really sitting back as if I'm looking through the eyes, but really from behind the eyes, and letting the hand move almost as if itself is doing that. So I'm having no real conscious thought about it. There's a feeling for sure, and it feels like my heart, head, and hand are kind of all connected. It's a very pleasant, calm feeling, and it's going past this idea of not knowing what to do, but just simply trusting and allowing to do it. I think harmony is probably more of a feeling than a look. There's base. This is like base parts. I'm gonna draw in some base now. Darker areas. But if the base is all singing on this side, here we're gonna just like balance it out a bit, but harmonize it. Maybe base does want to hold space over here. It doesn't all have to be so unequal. But there comes some depth. And those take decisive marks, and really it's just letting yourself do it, and know that if it's not right, you can probably work at it more in a different way. Let it go. It's more about where I'm placing my thoughts than anything, and this is simply standing back and being an observer, but standing back and feeling what is wanted to be done. And sort of a fun, free feeling to do that. And then there'll be a time where it just feels like stop, and I do. So try that with the drawing that was drawn in the sand in your walkabout in chapter 4 of the Strange Lore quest, when the elder drew that set of marks on the sand for you. That's what I developed out of here. So that's tier 1 for you to experiment with, just drawing in an abstract way, letting your thoughts stay way back and just watching with joy how things flow and don't flow, like watching when you're feeling scared and stuck. But try to stay more abstract, I think. Experiment with different strokes and lines. If a picture comes through, sure, bring it out. in terms of texture. I'm still curious about this area, but now I confused the elder's lines, but I think it was the basis for this piece. And we'll see where that goes next.